Hey, it's Bill here with Restoring Christine. Normally my channel, I'm restoring a 1956 Chevy Bel Air, car that we affectionately call Christine, but this weekend I'm getting my 1971 Cutlass ready for a cruise event, and I'm changing out the transmission. I took my Harbor Freight floor jack and I converted it into a transmission jack with just a little bit of plywood, a few screws, drill, some bits, simple. Real easy to do. So if you're interested in seeing how this gets done, stay tuned. All right, so one of the things I remember from way back when, fighting transmissions underneath the car, is I would always have a floor jack that I would use to help me. And I never did try to do anything more than just use the floor jack as it is with the little small little pad that comes up. But I have an aluminum Harbor Freight, what they call the racing car jack. It's the shallow, the low version, and it's all aluminum. I had that for a number of years. Well, I went to Harbor Freight and I came this close to buying a purposed transmission jack. It's just intended for exactly that. And I couldn't pull the trigger on the $230 or whatever it was. I decided, you know what? For that little bit of convenience, I'm going to adapt my floor jack. So let me show you what I did. So there it is. If you got a Harbor Freight jack, let me show you really quickly. This pad, there's a rubber pad that's on this. You can just peel it back, and then there is a bolt. There's a bolt that has the same hex pattern. It's like an Allen, it's an overgrown Allen. So it's a hex pattern that is the same thing you use for releasing your disc brake calipers. So I have a set, and I found one that fits, and lo and behold, there it is. And you can just loosen this up, and this will come off. And I've already made my adaptations, but there's the little swivel. So this thing tightens down and it binds on the bottom so that it allows this to spin. So now let me show you what I made with the wood. So the wood, I used some 3/4 plywood, and it was too shallow, or too this drops down too far in order to have this rest like I'd like it. It's kind of pitched when it goes all the way down, so I didn't want to put it in a bind. So I made another little donut that's going to go underneath this, and there's the little donut. So it goes on like this. And this, I drilled 4 holes in it, countersunk them on the back. So now I can just use sheetrock screws to hold this down, and that's going to go like this. This will screw it together. Let me assemble this and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, there it is with the plate, the little spacer, piece of plywood, 3/4 plywood. I've got 3/4 inch 1-bys on the side to keep it from to keep the transmission pan. So the pan will sit right here, and this will bump and bump and bump and bump on 4 sides and keep it from wobbling around. And I'm just going to go ahead and put that back in. So let me tighten that really quickly. Hang on. I've got this tight now. It's tight down on that bottom plate. You can see this looks loose, but it's not. It's fully attached and it can spin. So now I take my jack and lift it up, and there's the transmission. Ought to be sitting on here good and tight. Last thing I've got, see, it spins, it swivels. So I can get underneath there. No matter how I put the jack in, I can turn the transmission. I put a couple of eye bolts on the sides, and what I'm going to use is I'm going to use a tie strap, one of these ratchet straps. I'm going to use a ratchet strap over the housing of the transmission to hold it snug down on the jack. Now, I don't know if my transmission is panned. I have the dimensions, but I forgot if it was long one way or wide the other way. I forgot which is which. So just in case, I drilled me a couple of extra holes in case I need to move these to the other side. But that's it. So that's the quick version of how you convert a Harbor Freight floor jack into a transmission jack. So that's it. Short, sweet, and simple. Made it out of scrap that was in my garage. It didn't cost me anything to do this. I saved myself $230 from buying another Harbor Freight jack that I'm only going to use once. So anyway, listen. My channel, Restoring Christine, I'm restoring this 1956 Bel Air, and every week I release another video showing you another step in the restoration process, and we're coming right along. But those are my other videos on this channel. If that's of any interest to you, go check them out. And if you're liking what you see, give them a thumbs up. And if you're liking my videos, I'd appreciate a subscription. But anyway, that's going to do it for this quick episode. Take care of yourself. Cheers.